is probably for the last 15 years we've variable rate applied our fertilizer. Not in all areas of the field are the same in terms of fertility. What we do is we take a soil test anywhere from 2 to 4 years to determine how much phosphorus, how much potash there is in the field. And then we'll develop a fertility recommendation or a fertility prescription as far as how much fertilizer to put on. Our fertilizer will consist of MAP, which is 1152O, and potash, which is 0060 or 0061 or 062. We develop a prescription. We load that into the monitor. It knows where we are in the field, and it'll adjust the belt speed on the cart behind me to apply the proper amount of phosphorus, the proper amount of potash. It's important that we don't apply too much per the acre. It's also important we monitor what time of the year we apply our fertilizer. For example, we don't want to go out there on ground that's frozen and apply fertilizer ahead of the prescribed 3-inch rain. That's more than likely our fertilizer is not going to remain where it needs to be, and part of it can be washed off into the waterways, which is not what we want. We can put a sizable investment in the fertilizer. It could range anywhere from $50 to $100 per acre. So we want to make sure that it gets where it needs to be, and we want to do that in an environmentally conscious way. Phosphorus is probably one of our more important nutrients, and it's also one of the most expensive nutrients. And so we want to properly manage it, and variable rate technology allows us to do that. Subsurface application of P and K is becoming more and more common. There are pros and cons to doing it both ways. The negative for us is it takes a very skilled operator in the fall and an expensive piece of equipment. You're also going out there and disturbing the ground. We've experimented with subsurface application of fertility. One advantage to it is it puts the fertilizer right where the plant needs it. And more than likely you can get by with less fertilizer by putting it on in a narrow band. It's going to be right there where the roots are, and it's going to be more readily available to the plant. Surface application, we talked about some of the drawbacks of that earlier. We have a pretty inexpensive piece of equipment back here, and it takes less horsepower. We can go out here with this piece of equipment and drive 18 mile an hour and spread 90 foot wide. If we were out there doing subsurface application, we're going to be out there with a 40 foot wide piece of equipment. It's going to cost over twice as much as this unit behind me. It's going to burn a lot more diesel fuel. And we also need to make sure that the person running that unit is probably going to be the person that is planting, because you're laying your rows in the fall when you're doing that. So you just can't go out there and randomly drive. It's kind of a strip till application. So the planter is going to go right over those areas the following spring. So it needs to be done very precisely. It's also very weather dependent, more time consuming. So pros and cons to both. I'm not going to advocate one way or another. If you're in a continuous corn situation, there's a lot of benefits to strip till. So it's whatever works. Both systems will be made to work for you.